Yeah, absolutely. I think there's been a huge number of, a lot of our people for the Kiwis, but I think they just look really strong coming into it, and only a small amount for the Aussies. So
this is going to be one hell of a game. This is going to be a brutal clash, and then we'll see the class of the backlines come into it.
And the Jillaroos still playing catch-up in the head-to-head, Roo, because New Zealand won 13 of the first 14 meetings between these countries. He was one of the heroes in the Titans run to the grand final, but now it's time for the haka, Te Iwi Kiwi, a call to all Kiwis of the world, and it's going to be led by one of the veterans, even though she's 21 years old, Maya Hill Moana, a middle forward from the old school, according to her coach, Ricky Henry. Fantastic stuff. There is Ali Brigginshaw.
Hot weather, they'll be proud of that.
So away we go. The international season underway, and Australia get there on the full through Ali Brigginshaw, and it is Mator off the back fence first up. And look at that greeting. Taken back, no post-contact meters on offer there.
No, they've set the tone nice and early, and I've always thought that that would be such a strength for this Kiwi firm side, is their pack. But Samaima Taufa, a great run.
Keely Davis is the dummy half. Mator ready to go again. There's that combination and understanding with Elliston, but she's taken backwards as well.
Well, they've done their homework, the Kiwis. We always knew, Alana spoke about how strong this pack is. We're seeing it on display to start this game.
And there's Kernick on the left edge for the Jillaroos. No Yasmin Clydesdale, suspended from her act in the grand final. She'll be right for the rematch in a couple of weeks. Here's Elliston. Up over halfway she goes, and there's some forward momentum this time for the final play. Oh, lost it though. A mistake from the debutante, and New Zealand grabs
direction. So perfect conditions, and I'm sure we'll see plenty of ball movement.
Thank you, Lockie. We're looking forward to seeing these teams click in attack. Hasn't happened quite yet, but Tamika Upton looking ominous with her first touch. Did some things at training this week that had everyone looking on and just saying, wow.
She's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Her skill set. Yeah, that was a great run. But just the way she builds on each performance too. Constantly asking new questions of the defence. Should be a nightmare.
Georgia Hale taken backwards. One of the co-captains for New Zealand, along with Racine McGregor, the number 7.
The two Titans teammates were in there, shutting down that threat she has with the ball movement. And Ray McGregor's inside the 40 for this kick.
Taken on the full by Robinson, who moved to Townsville with the Army in 2017. Private Julia Robinson, never played rugby league until then. Took it up in this town and returns as a seasoned Jillaroo now.
Pretty special as well. It's the first time the Jillaroos have played in town. A good run, Brigginshaw. Straight through the
Upton's there in support, and what a dream start to her Test career. It's been a long time coming. Tamika Upton in the Jillaroos jumper, but it's worth the wait.
Oh, wasn't it ever? That's all class, but it started with the veteran Ali Brigginshaw with a little bit of space, but that one marker's down, and there was just a little bit of a break in between that next defender, and she knows when to pounce. But the support play from Tamika Upton, they've got a great little combination, the two of them. Look at that from Ali Brigginshaw. To go through that first line of defence, the support play was perfect. She's got the speed, she's got the recognition. What an opening from the Jillaroos.
It certainly was, and it was a great play the ball. Izzy Kelly and Jess Surges get through so much work in the backfield. They work hard for a quick play the ball, and it allows their really smart players to jump out like Brigginshaw.
Ali Brigginshaw does make it 6-0. Anderson locks it and comes to the left for Hufanga. Trying to weave her way to the outside, and Robinson did well, even though she was being handled by Hufanga.
So we're not teammates today, Jules.
It's Tiakaranga Katoa again. Helps set the tone for New Zealand here. They're number 10. Hale. McGregor, short ball for Albert Jones. Inside the red zone with ball in hand for the first time. Back to the middle they come for Hale. No looker for Tiakaranga Katoa once more. Now a chance to put into work all those training sessions this week for a pet play on the last from in front of the uprights. More depth on the right-hand side, and they'll head that way. McGregor's kick, there's space for Biddle, and Nessa Biddle! Another debutante, and New Zealand have the reply, and it is spectacular.
As we see here on replay, see how there's no pressure coming at her inside, forcing her hand, and Biddle, who we know is a prolific try scorer at the back end of the season. She didn't start the season that way, but she finds her way over the line first time for the Kiwi Ferns. What a great try.
Oh, it was classy. The service was great. So Racine McGregor got perfect ball, and just the way she shaped this kick. She was always going to kick it there, but she had the time to be able to execute.
For HIA.
Making her debut and representing New Zealand in a 5th different sport, if you don't mind. Here's Johnston back on the angle. They'll do well to hold her up. She's spun over and scored a try just a couple of minutes after coming on. She knows how to make an impact.
Wow, what a play. They had time to recover the Kiwi Ferns. They knew they had to defend her and get numbers on the ball, but Caitlin Johnston, some special player in our game at the moment. Just coming back, just that late little angle, but she was at Georgia Hale. She's one of the best defenders in our game. Knows tactically how to defend as well, and just targets between the two. Look at her legs, don't stop moving till she gets there, and that late spin, that's brilliant stuff from Caitlin Johnston.
It's a really nice set play there. You saw Lauren Brown come out. The threat on the right was Emma Tonagato, who has been very threatening with the football, and she's got a passing game, so the defence on that side really shoot up.
Study of concentration, and Brigginshaw adds 2 more.
Technically a great kick, good execution from Ali Brigginshaw. While it didn't lead to points, they get another crack here, so great pressure again from their chase.
Upton, right-hand side, Tamika Upton! It's oh so easy, she is just that good!
Well, the midfield scrum, this is exactly what you want to happen. You see how they set up. We'll go back when we see it on replay. They set up really nice and wide. So what that actually does, it allows Upton to get the ball on the outside of her defender. This close to the line, you have to get up quick. But here she spots that Georgia Hale is her defender one-on-one. And this is just identifying what your strengths are, where you can get them. And you see the defence sliding out here. She throws the dummy, slips straight through. And how many times do we see her do this through a season, honestly?
Is it just me, or does time slow down when Tamika Upton gets the footy? She is unbelievable, but that was such a great shot. The camera work on that was brilliant. To be able to see Tamika Upton and her intent, the way she held the footy in 2 hands.
Just trying to be a little too quick.
Showing some adventure here. And Australia have the answers defensively. Just time for one more play. Hufanga. The big don't argue on Kennedy Cherrington, and the siren sounds. Australia with a late blitz at the back end of the first half, a first half double on her international debut for Tamika Upton. And the next cycle really begins now, the World Cup cycle for both of these countries. Kickoff is a floater and taken with confidence by Pasakala. Not many would have taken that on.
I'll tell you what, she took it confidently, but the Jillaroos defence was right up in her face as well.
To Hilmawana, back for her second stint. Anderson's out there as well, so that's good news for New Zealand after her HIA in the first half. Parker throws the dummy, and it nearly opened up for Shanice. whose mum, Danielle, was Jillaroo, played in the 2000 World Cup, had to pay her own way. And Shanice Parker representing her father's side, playing for New Zealand here. And so a Gnarly All-Star. There's Georgia Hale. Nathan Wong. Hung up. Dealt with after the kick as well, Tyler Nathan Wong. Some New Zealand fans up in arms about that, but all above board. Short side for Upton. What a first 35 minutes in her international career. Working their way back to centre field where Tonegata is looking to do some damage, but she's finished off with emphasis. There's Anderson and Hilmawana. Somehow Hilmawana are able to get involved in the follow-up tackle as well. Brigginshaw's kick had room to move and find some grass as well.
Yeah, way too much time to kick that footy then, and I think that's one of the differences between these two teams. Their kick chase, but also the kick pressure. You need to get up in her face, take that time away, put some pressure on her. Here's a run though. Melo Hufanga looks so dangerous with momentum.
Well, an interesting change for the Kiwis at halftime with Brooke Anderson passing her HIA. It looks like they've actually used an interchange and brought her back on and taken Ash Quinlan off. That's why Tyler Nathan Wong was out on that left edge.
The Dragons halves combination from the NRLW season in action here for New Zealand. Hale, ball playing lock for McGregor. Running onto it at speed was Poulet, and they saw it coming and closed the gap. Kezzy Apps and Brigginshaw, the co-captains. Touched here by New Zealand, so a live ball. Upton maintain composure. Kiwi Ferns haven't beaten Australia since 2016 in the Anzac Test in Newcastle. 7 years between drinks, and it'll take something special here to turn it around.
It was a good year, that one. First one that I captained. It was a very, very proud moment for me.
No way through for Upton this time, who did so much damage on that side in the first half. Again, a high tackle on Cherrington. High-ish tackle, but okay. And Brigginshaw had time, but this time onto the chest of the winger, Leanne Tafunga. Started her career with the Roosters and now a Tiger. Tyler Nathan Wong at dummy half there. He's played for New Zealand in rugby sevens, an Olympic gold medalist. Also played touch, tag and 15-a-side rugby union, now playing in the rugby league national team. 5 international call-ups.
She's such a great player. She's got speed and skill, but also the thing you don't get to see when she's on the field, she's a champion person, Tyler Nathan Wong. So she'll be a very important person in any team that she's a part of, for sure.
Getting married this summer as well. Here she is again. Nathan Wong. Poulet got through the line and worried about running behind another teammate there, so didn't push the offload.
The left edge just broke down. Hufanga was tying her shoelaces back up as Ray McGregor just tries to punch this one through.
How's the bounce? Patience from Robinson.
Given the bounce Julia saw previously in the first half, she's probably right to be wary and sit back off that one.
Straight back into the action off the 20-metre tap. Made her debut against New Zealand, as so many of these players did. It was in 2018 at Mount Smart for Robinson.
It was a really strong start to the set. They had that extra tackle up their sleeve. It just started by a couple of their outside backs. The last one, Jess Surgis. Look how many numbers they need. They need 4 people just to contain Caitlin Johnston.
And again, a mistake. 4 in the tackle.
That up. I've been really impressed with Brooke Anderson out of dummy half. Her service, that entire set, when it counts, that first pass, accurate, crisp. She chooses the right option.
What about Loz Brown, who kicked 2 of the best field goals you'll see this year? Just took the line drop out. It was an absolute scrubber right along the deck. Hits them sweet when she has to.
When the pressure's on.
The ground's a bit different under the pace. It's not as flat.
Here's Hale. Try here for New Zealand, and it's game on again. Anderson, lovely pass from McGregor. Throwing the dummy back inside, and Tonegado able to get down low and stop the Kiwi playmaker. Anderson from dummy half. Should be told to go back 10.
Time off. You're straight back with your last
You know what, the Jillaroos scrambled well, and I heard their communication saying that she'll go, she'll go. They got there in numbers and shut that down.
Last tackle.
A bit of a hold-up before the final play. This time through the hands for Nathan Wong. Hufanga back on the angle. Oh, how's the footwork? Malay Hufanga! Inspirational! A solo try on the last, and it's game on again in the test match.
A nice pass out of dummy half, but Tyler Nathan Wong just holds up Kezi Apps on the inside, and then it's all Mela Hufanga-Fergo. It's all her, all power, all passion, all over the line.
Watch what the Jillaroos do here when she uses her feet. See you later. But then she's got the pace and the power to go over. She's so dangerous. She knows it. Look at that. Quite understated when you speak to her. Quite calm.
Kennedy Charrington,
Tamika Upton.
Caitlin Johnston.
Important conversion this, and slotted. Need to finish it with a try. Interesting feed there by Nathan Wong. Parker, a gap opens up here, finds the pass, running out of room, Nichols, and flicks it back inboard like a rugby play. What were New Zealand thinking there on the opening play? Australia have it back.
They got a little bit too excited. Great defensive read from the Jillaroos to get a couple of numbers over there and just use that sideline as an extra defender. Ali Brigginshaw takes matters into her own hands. Great tackle.
Oh, it got away from Biddle.
Yeah, they're not happy. But Anessa Biddle, that was great contact, just took it a little. It's borderline.
Okay, you lift it and put it into a dangerous position, okay? It's on record and 10 minutes in the sim bin.
So the Kiwis will finish the game with 12 players here. Australia with a week off before facing the same opposition in Melbourne in a fortnight's time. The Kiwis have to back up next week in a triple header of rugby league action at Eden Park in Auckland. Looking forward to bringing you two of those games on Nine's Wide World of Sports, the two internationals. Australia looking to ice this game. They don't need to do much, do they? Clock very much in their favour, but they'd love to finish it off with a try. Matur. Aiken had to search. And does the disciplined thing in the end after tracking that ball down.
I thought about it.
Siren sounds, and the Jillaroos beat their Trans-Tasman rivals again. 7 wins in a row against New Zealand for Australia. But what a contest it was in a World Cup final rematch.